Hello and welcome back to Copyright Infringement. I mean Killer Skull. The podcast that covers cult classic films with killer soundtracks, scores, and composers that we believe deserve a little more attention. We're back again after 12 Monkeys with our newest episode.
And a cat.
Yeah, apparently Dracula's coming into frame. He has opinions on this film. But yeah, we are covering the movie Atomic Blonde, which I've seen and enjoyed, but I'm going to hand this over to...
Okay, who wants to give me a mic? Because it looks like you're both going to hit me in the face with it.
You may take mine.
Sure, I'll take Richie's.
I'll lean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Dracula.
It's like you said, he has opinions.
He does have opinions. Yes, you do, mister.
You want to come up here and talk about your opinions? Do you? They would love that.
They would love to hear your opinions. Come on,
up
buddy.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, nope, bye.
Well, you guys got a brief
You got a brief glimpse of Dracula the kitten. Well, he's
Yeah.
not a kitten anymore. He's actually just turned one. But he's still a kitten in our hearts.
Kitten adjacent.
Kitten adjacent. Anyway, we are covering the 2017 spy thriller, Atomic Blonde. So I picked this movie because I saw it once, probably about 2 years after it came out, and I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Also, Charlize Theron is in it. It's really hot. She's really hot. And also, they have, it's from the John Wick people. So I was like, you know what? I haven't seen the John Wick movies yet. I actually haven't seen, I've seen maybe 5 minutes of John Wick 2. But I was like, you know what? I've heard they're good. Let me see what else this director has put out.
Yeah.
Funny enough, David Leitch, I'm going to say this guy's name, Leitch, thank you. David Leitch, he co-directed John Wick and Deadpool 2, but he didn't get credited for the first John Wick. He did get credited for John Wick 2.
Huh.
He also directed Bullet Train and The Fall Guy. Anyway.
Oh.
Yes.
I can speak from experience and tell you that Bullet Train is a movie I like. Possibly a candidate for this show once we hit the cutoff date.
That came out, what, like 2022 or something?
Yeah, hence when I said cutoff date. D, have you seen Bullet Train?
No.
It's fun. Brad Pitt's there, but the supporting cast...
It's a film.
It's fun. Like, if you like Tarantino's action movies, you'll like that.
Okay.
Plus, I'm of the opinion that Brian Tyree Henry elevates things.
Oh, yeah. He's great.
Enough about my own fixations, though. Erin, the floor is yours again.
Sorry.
Flubby.
Flubby. So, this is his first feature film, first credited feature film. As I mentioned, he was co-directing John Wick, but he didn't get credited. Not sure why. I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway. So the music, you guys may have heard this composer's work before. Some good, some bad.
Okay.
His name's Tyler Bates.
Oh.
The reason I say some bad is because he's worked on a lot of Zack Snyder films.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I know this one hates Zack Snyder with a burning passion.
Oh, me?
And me.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't say anything is because, well, this one made it impossible.
What? You think I hate the Dawn of the Dead remake where the opening subtly implies, I don't know, maybe it was Muslim people?
Remember when he implied that Dr. Manhattan caused the final calamity at the end of Watchmen?
Yeah, remember?
I mean, they kind of like outright stated it in the movie, basically.
Yeah, they basically just make it look like Dr. Manhattan killed everyone, and for some reason that gets the world to unite,
which
makes no sense.
Yeah,
considering he's an American weapon, but
yeah.
Anyway,
speaking of
some
Cold
other
War.
But no, the giant squid would be too corny.
He also did the music for Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2.
Oh.
Those are actually, like...
yeah, they tried.
They tried. Halloween 1 is a shockingly boring and straightforward remake.
Yeah.
Halloween 2 tries to do something different. Some like it, some don't.
The first one, I kind of respect the fact that they tried to humanize Michael.
I don't. Like, because it's just Rob Zombie doing...
Rob Schneider?
I almost said Rob Schneider. It's just Rob Zombie doing his usual, like, hillbilly hell shtick, but with...
Halloween.
The Myers family, which
doesn't really work.
Yeah,
like,
'cause
Haddonfield
They're
is,
from
like,
Jersey.
They're from an upper middle class like area of New Jersey.
Iowa.
Oh yeah, it is Iowa. There is a Haddonfield, New Jersey, and
Yeah,
it is very
okay.
bushy.
But yeah, no, the point is, Michael Myers is supposed to just be a normal kid.
Yeah.
And that makes it, like, all the more chilling and bizarre that out of nowhere one night he just kills his family.
sister.
Yeah.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, though. Tyler Bates. Didn't he also do the incidental score for the first 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies?
I believe so. I believe I saw that in his Wikipedia credit.
Did he, when I said the Zack Snyder stuff, did he do the music for Watchmen?
I didn't see Watchmen listed as one of the credits on there, but
That's funny because I think Watchmen was actually one of the better composed Zack Snyder movies.
let me check actually, because
Yeah.
I put in my notes like a shitload of Zack Snyder films. No, he did Dawn of the Dead, 300, Sucker Punch, Halloween, Halloween 2, and the John Wick series.
Ugh, Sucker Punch.
It's like
Yeah, Sucker Punch does suck.
Yeah, Sucker
It's not
Punch
good.
is really bad. I don't even know what they're going for with that
Yeah,
movie.
honestly, like the soundtrack for this film was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
However, Tyler Bates also is a guitarist for Marilyn Manson.
Oh!
I really just found this at the bottom of his Wikipedia article.
Yikes!
Oh.
Like, currently?
Oh, yeah.
Currently.
Currently? Oh, no! No!
That's too late. That is
No!
too late.
And I'm like,
Really?
bruh,
That is
Hold
too
on.
late.
you
Hold
had
on.
a way out.
Wait. That can't be true. Oh, he can't. Oh, he still is.
Oh.
Yeah, he's Marilyn Manson's guitarist.
Ouch.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know.
Abort episode.
However, the movie opens with fucking Blue Monday.
It does.
I think one thing leads to another was also used extensively in the trailers.
It was, yes.
I don't know if it's in the film itself.
I don't believe it's in the film. I think it's just used in the trailers.
Yeah.
This actually was co-produced by the lead actress, by Charlize Theron.
Oh, that's cool.
She did all of her own stunts, and she did get injured a couple times on set, as will happen.
As is customary.
Yeah.
Some of the other actors are James McAvoy, John Goodman, and Sophia Boutella. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong too, but it is based off a graphic novel called The Coldest City, which doesn't even have a Wikipedia article. It is a very indie comic.
You know, when you mentioned actors getting injured doing their own stunts, I was thinking of a joke in an episode in one video where like Jackie Chan's in like a music video, and it's just like during the making of this music video, Jackie Chan broke 3 bones.
And it's like, it's a music video.
Yeah, no, it's just a joke.
Yeah,
but it's like, yeah.
I was right. He did do the Guardians of the Galaxy scores.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The first 2 ones, anyway. I think.
All right.
I think he got replaced in the 3rd movie.
Gotcha. So David Bowie was supposed to be in this movie.
Oh.
Yeah, hell.
Well, he said he was unavailable. He didn't give any reasons why, because he was undergoing cancer treatment during this time.
Yeah.
I think he was working on Black Star.
And he was working on Black Star at the same time.
Which.
Yeah.
And it came out after his death.
Woof.
Yeah. This came out like 6 months after he passed. So Charlize Theron was actually a huge fan of the graphic novel this was based on, and she actually like approached studios being like, "Hey, I want this made into a movie." And she was like, "I want the people with John Wick involved."
And I guess they were also like, "Okay, but we gotta change that title."
Yeah, they wanted to change the title, because The Coldest City isn't as like punchy for an action film as Atomic Blonde is.
Yeah.
The Coldest City is either a horror or a thriller, admittedly.
Yeah. And this is more of a spy thriller action movie.
Yeah.
And they want to do something. They want to do something more like punchy, obviously.
Yeah.
So, This movie was kind of, it did well at the box office. It made $100 million on a $30 million budget, but it was overshadowed because it came out at the same time as Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
And Despicable Me 3.
Oh.
And War for Planet of the Apes.
Okay, yeah.
It was a loaded end of June into July of 2017.
It's amazing that this movie did well at all with those conditions up against.
Because I remember seeing trailers for this movie and being like, oh, this movie looks awesome, and no one was talking about it. The only people I ever heard that were actually talking about it were like my gay friends who'd be like, this movie's really gay, you should watch it. And I'm just like, sure. So I watched it like 2 years later, and I was like, yeah, this movie is really gay. I should have watched this.
Yeah.
Because Charlize Theron plays a bisexual spy who is British. She has a relationship with a female French spy.
Cool.
And it gets pretty steamy. I will say that. It does get pretty steamy.
Ooh la la.
We're covering Bound soon.
We are.
So this will probably be right on par, you know?
Yeah. And Charlize Theron said one of the reasons she wanted to do this film was because she didn't see a lot of bisexual representation in film. Especially bisexual women.
Good on you, Charlize.
Yeah.
Good on you. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, because she's like, I love the character of Lorraine Brofton, and I wanted to play this character, but do it in a respectful way.
And honestly, I don't know how qualified I am to say any of this, but from all I can tell, media rep for bisexuality can be
it sucks.
Yeah.
It's like either you're a whore or a prude.
Yes.
There's no in between when it comes to bisexual representation in media.
That, and sometimes you have that as a way to add another layer of quote-unquote depravity to a villain.
Or quirkiness to a teenage white girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew some people in high school who said they were bisexual because they wanted to be quirky.
Which
is absolute cringe.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, beyond that, this film did have some criticism, mostly because of spoilerific territory that I cannot get into now. We'll do that later. But the soundtrack, as I mentioned, is full of 70s and 80s bangers.
What we got?
As always, the movie opens with Blue Monday. Cat People by David Bowie.
Nice.
They also got Under Pressure by David Bowie and Queen in the film. 99 Luftballons.
Nice.
I Ran So Far Away, London Calling, and Major Tom by Peter Schilling. The original German version, because the film does take place in Berlin.
Yeah.
And like right before the fall of the Berlin Wall.
So you're gonna hate me for this, Erin?
Yeah.
I remember seeing trailers for this when it first came out in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of avoided it because I wasn't a fan of the marketing.
The marketing wasn't great, I will admit that.
Like, it just made me think this is
They were trying to market it as like 80s John Wick, but with a female lead.
And it goes to show how what you're telling me about the movie is surprising me. It goes to show how bad the marketing was, because I thought it was going to be like, oh, hey, here's a female-led action movie that was totally written by dudes with two interests.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, the trailers made it feel very male gaze.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron does have some nude scenes in the film. She said she had no problem doing them.
I want to clarify, I am no prude, but I can tell when marketing is taking the dead or alive approach. Know what I mean?
Yeah. The film just wasn't marketed as well as it should have been, to be honest. But yeah. Something just fell over.
That would be the mixer.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it's safe. It's safe.
Okay. So, I couldn't find a lot of, like, production notes about this. I am sorry. The most I could find was like on-set injuries. That's the most I could find about production notes from TV Tropes of Wikipedia and some other interviews and that kind of thing I read. Like I read an interview with Variety, but unfortunately, I couldn't find too much about like any production issues outside of Charlize Theron breaking her teeth.
Ouch.
Yeah, trust me, I've had broken teeth before. That hurts.
Take care of your teeth, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So, any preemptive... Hi, Dracula.
Well, now we know what the noises were.
Hi, Dracula. And down you go. So, we've only going for 16 minutes, damn. So I thoroughly enjoy this movie. I've seen it a couple times. It has been several years since I last seen it. So, as we know, sometimes in this podcast, hindsight is 20/20. Or hindsight is not 20, whatever.
Sometimes hindsight is 2017.
Hey, I like that. I like that. But yeah, like I really enjoyed watching this movie. When I first saw it, I think I watched it a couple more times since then. I watched it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it 2 more times since then. But
are you also looking at Dracula?
I am looking at Dracula and make sure he doesn't chew on the power cord for the camera.
Yeah.
Or,
knock the tripod over.
No, this thing's sturdy as hell. He would have to, like, jump up.
Don't tempt it.
Speaking this cat of jumping up, come here.
I mean, this cat has no coordination, so... He tries to jump on the kitchen counter and falls onto a rug.
Come on. You can come up here.
Hey, buddy.
Give the people what they want. They want the cat.
They want the cat. Come on.
Go on.
I will let you jump on the... jump on... No, I won't.
Let's see if my Drac cam works this time. Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the Dracula camera going. He's chewing... Oh, okay, it's upside down. Just want to make sure. Because I have a notebook down there.
Sorry.
You're good. So this film was... So it was filmed in certain neighborhoods of Berlin that still looked kind of 80s with the architecture, 80s and earlier, and they filmed the rest of it in Budapest. They wanted to get some filming in London, but it's very expensive to film in London, so that just didn't happen. But yeah, any preemptive thoughts between the either of you?
Yeah, I've seen it before and I enjoyed it. Looking forward to watching it again. Dracula, don't mess with the interface. Yeah.
Here. Please don't bite me this time.
You're aiming at your shoe, Richie.
Yeah, I got a little distracted.
Okay, and any preemptive thoughts from you, Rich?
Erin, barring maybe 5 centimeters per second, you tend not to disappoint.
Thank you.
And that's not a shot at you because, I got to rewatch everything I've ever seen in high school, frankly. But if I
picked some of the movies I saw in high school, we would not have followers.
So, I am sorry for letting the marketing keep me from this one because I am intrigued. Mm-hmm. Charlize Theron, even in movies that I forgot that I saw she was good.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that weird Snow White movie where she was the evil.
Yeah, Snow White and the Huntsman or something?
I straight up forgot I saw both of those movies.
I haven't seen either of them. I haven't seen a ton of Charlize Theron's filmography. I've seen her in a few movies. Like, I've seen, obviously this. There's been a couple other movies I've seen her in that I can't think of right now, but I also did see Monster and liked it. She was the best part of the Snow White movie.
She was, most people know her for Fury Road.
Yeah, Furiosa.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen Fury Road.
Oh. It's a good movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think it was worth the destruction of the ecosystem of the desert that they filmed it in, but it was a good movie. I'm sorry, I'm going to be that person.
Could be worse.
Everyone's always like, oh, Fury Road's such a good movie. And I'm like, they destroyed an entire desert's ecosystem with that film.
Could be worse.
No film is worth that.
Can I raise you, D?
Mm-hmm. Apocalypse Now?
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an entire rainforest on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, not great.
I'm not gonna fault you for being that person. Know what I mean? So,
Sorry, I just saw a really funny post pop on my feed.
Remember how George Miller made the Happy Feet movies?
huh? Oh yeah, you did.
It's really funny because, okay, so last time I was sitting in a dentist chair, you know how some dentist offices have like a TV that's like hanging from the ceiling so you have something to watch while they're drilling your mouth?
Well, it was Happy Feet.
It was Happy Feet, and I completely forgot Prince. The Prince song "Kiss" was in that movie.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole dance number to Kiss at the end of the movie.
That's a weird movie.
It really is. Because I caught like the last half hour of Happy Feet while I'm getting a crown placed.
Would you
There was a whole Penguin era of animated children's films.
Yeah, that Surf's Up.
Surf's Up?
The Madagascar movies.
Penguins of Madagascar.
Yeah.
I would totally bring Surf's Up to the table had we not all seen it.
We've all seen
Yeah,
it.
we've all seen it.
Which is, that's a better movie than it has any right to be.
I was part of like a camp program where that was the movie we went and saw.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And I was like, okay.
I think I saw it in theaters because I think it was one of those times where my grandma just wanted like some time to herself, so she like took us to the movies. I can't remember if she left us there or if she was asleep in the theater. Cause
Either option's funny.
yeah, either option's funny. Cause actually no, she wouldn't have left us there because I was probably like 10 years old and she didn't trust my sister.
Real quick bit of trivia about that because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know how Surf's Up is basically a mockumentary?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They filmed the animated footage on an actual camera.
Ah.
So, it's like, here's typical computer animation. Now let's put a camera to that and make it focus in and out to give it that. It's actually a really cool trick.
That is interesting.
I want to get that out of my system.
Sure.
Before,
Sure. So,
Snapple fact capital of the world over here.
yeah.
I actually used to have a boss who would read Snapple facts over the intercom at his lunch break every day.
Mind if I read this?
I'm not even kidding. He worked at Michael's.
I'm going to read the synopsis here if you don't mind, since I'm the
please.
uninitiated.
Yeah.
Sensual and savage, Lorraine
Brofton, I'm pretty sure.
Lorraine Brofton is the most elite spy in MI6, an agent who is willing to use all of her lethal skills to stay alive during an impossible mission. With the Berlin Wall about to fall, she travels into the heart of the city to retrieve a priceless dossier and take down a ruthless espionage ring. Once there, she teams up with an embedded station chief to navigate her way through the deadliest game of spies.
Yeah. Woo. So if you do want to watch this movie, it's available for rental on Prime and Apple TV. And I couldn't find anywhere where it's streaming. But you can get a Blu-ray cheap on like Amazon or eBay, a DVD or a Blu-ray. You can get it for probably $10. I mean, I found DVD for like $6 on eBay, so you can just get it there. But yeah, if you want to give this movie a watch, you can either hit pause, watch the movie, and come back like we're doing, or you can watch or listen to our video and then decide if you want to see it or not.
Let's crack in.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the Adventures of Ambush Bug, where we discuss the comics of the comics character Ambush Bug. Excellent character. What are your thoughts on Ambush Bug?
That's a comic book character?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay, hold on. We will get back to Atomic Blonde in a moment, but I just want to tell you, Erin, Ambush Bug's whole deal is that he's a weird superhero dude who has a teleportation device that doesn't work, and it just warps him all over the place.
That's not a good superpower. That's
no,
actually
he's
pretty
not.
shit.
No,
it's not. Ambush Bug kind of sucks.
Richie, clean out your fucking emails. Jesus. I'm looking at your inbox.
Why are you looking at... Oh, wow, I had it tapped the whole time.
Fun fact, in Batman Brave and the Bold, he was voiced by Henry Winkler.
Yeah. By Fonzie.
There's Ambush Bug.
Yeah.
What does that book say? Earth 27 for Dummies. Okay.
Yeah, ambush bug.
Yeah.
He's just a guy.
He's just okay.
He's
He's
just
a
a
guy.
bug dude.
He's a guy.
Aaron, take the thing back for Atomic.
Sorry about that, everyone. I had to point out how Richie had 257 unread emails.
Can we talk about ambush bug?
Hold on. You know what the worst part is?
What?
That 2 wasn't a 2.
Oh.
What was it?
It was a 3.
Oh my god.
How do you have storage space?
That's a really good question.
I gotta check on things.
Yeah,
Anyway,
clearly.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're back with what was Aaron? It's your
We're back on Killer Score with Atomic Blonde. We just finished watching this movie. I had a great time.
Which, contrary to popular belief, not a manic panic color.
It might be, but it would be a bleached kid.
It does sound like the name of a manic panic hair color, though.
Oh,
It does, but it would have to be a bleached kid
Yeah.
because any other way it would have to be like bright ass yellow, which is not like blonde. It would have to be like neon.
Yeah.
It would have to be like day glow.
Atomic Blonde.
Atomic blonde, the color of
This is seriously how we come back.
Yes, it is.
Look, the
color of construction wear.
I heard the title of this movie, I was like, that sounds like a Hot Topic hair dye color.
They don't even sell hair dye at Hot Topic anymore.
Yes, they do.
They do? I thought they
Yeah.
stopped selling that.
Yeah, they still sell Manic Panic. If you look in the cosmetics cabinet, they still have the.
Oh, it's in the cabinet now.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, they still have hair dye there.
Oh, okay. Because the last I remember I went there one time and I was like, "Where's the hair dye?" And they're like, "We don't carry it anymore."
Although, they've, from what I've seen, they mostly stopped using Manic Panic. I think their brand they use for the most part now is the Arctic Fox.
Arctic Fox, yeah. Because I used Manic Panic for a while when I was in like high school.
That's what every kid starting out with.
Starting out with hair dye.
They grab Manic
They
Panic.
grabbed Manic Panic because I want to be Fire Engine Red.
Because they're like, I want my hair to be cool.
My hair was Fire Engine Red for like 7 years.
Yeah.
Atomic Blonde.
Sorry about that, folks. So, as I said, we just finished watching Atomic Blonde. I'm giving the camera way too much eye contact. But I just want to know, what did you guys think? Let's start with Richie because he is the uninitiated.
This movie was a blast. I wish I had a more eloquent way of putting it, but Atomic Blonde is gripping, thrilling, action-packed fun with great period setting, great acting, and some of the best cinematography and lighting you'll see from a John Wick adjacent movie like this. I especially am talking about the lighting in this case because, oh my god, the use of chromatic shots and neon lighting is...
This movie loves its bisexual lighting.
It really does.
Yeah,
It's a very gay movie.
It is.
it absolutely is. And I'm especially in love with the cinematography's use of one-shots.
Yes, there is a scene about 2/3 of the way through the movie that's an entire 10-minute long fight scene.
It's pretty
That's
good.
one take.
She's not kidding.
I'm not kidding. It's a one take 10-minute long fight scene, and by the end of it, you can tell that the actors want to die.
Yeah.
I love it because I'm a big fan of any fight scene where the characters get visibly more tired and sluggish as the fight goes on.
Yeah, because it feels more realistic.
Yeah.
See, this is the second best of those sorts of fight scenes to me.
Oh boy.
Spoiled the surprise.
Yeah.
It's always Old Boy.
Old Boy's the blueprint.
Yeah.
Old Boy.
It's the blueprint.
Old Boy walked so this movie scene could run.
Yes.
Look, man, like Park Chan-wook was just built different.
He really is.
He really is.
I especially love quick tangent on that scene when Desu gets he falls down and the punks all crowd around him.
Oh yeah, and they stumble because of the sweat and stuff like
The
that.
sweat and all the blood and stuff
No,
on the floor.
they think he's dead. He's like, is he dead? And then he pops right up
Yeah.
and just fucking pounds them with the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could cover Old Boy on this.
We've
But
all
we've
seen
all
it.
seen it.
We've
We've all
all
seen
seen
it, and I feel like a lot of you guys have already seen it.
Could
so
we cover some of the Vengeance trilogy? Because
I haven't seen either of the other two.
Okay, yeah, we could cover those. I would love
Wait,
to.
what's it? Which one was the other? What's the other movies in the Vengeance trilogy besides Old Boy?
Lady Vengeance.
Hello to Mr. Vengeance, or
No, it's Sympathy for Lady Vengeance, and I think it's just called Mr. Vengeance.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've already got some Park Chan-wook on the list because I put Thirst on there, which I can't wait to cover sometime.
Isn't that his vampire movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's about a Catholic priest becoming a vampire.
Anyway, Atomic Blonde.
Oh yeah, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance. That's the one. I got the titles a little mixed up.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
So, unsurprisingly, from Charlize Theron helming this movie, she is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of gnarly kills, which I really like in this.
Yeah.
Some smooth,
Corkscrew.
some smooth, but most of them brutal and just practical.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just because of my house, I know, but for those of you who can't see, aside from the couch, my house is covered in Doctor Who figures because I love Doctor Who.
Every single room.
Yeah, there's.
Yes.
I literally even hid Doctor Who figures in my brother's room before he moved in. So he just has Doctor Who figures sitting in his room, and he doesn't
Yeah.
even care for Doctor Who.
Yeah, we kind of had a game when we moved in where it was like a scavenger hunt
Yeah.
where you would put stuff around the house and wait for me to find it.
Yeah. So
Like Batman in the bathroom.
yeah,
Here's a doctor. Here's a doctor. Here's a doctor.
There.
There's two doctors up there.
there.
Jack Black is
Doctor.
above the door.
So the reason I bring this up is because I was thinking of gnarly kills, and I was thinking of how Patrick Troughton, who played the second Doctor, who I could see from here, he has one of my favorite movie kills probably ever. That's so gnarly.
Which?
Have you seen The Omen?
Oh my
yeah.
god!
That's Patrick Troughton, yeah.
Yeah, the priest with the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I haven't seen The Omens. We want
That's one of the best decapitation scenes
Yeah.
in like anything.
because I watched The Omen when I was in high school. Me and a group of my friends decided we're gonna watch a bunch of like 70s horror movies and
Not a
just
bad idea.
marathon them.
Yeah.
We were up until sunrise
Oh. Yeah.
because some of them were really long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, a strong argument could be made that The Omen is one of the best of that era.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I mean we watched that. We watched The Exorcist. We watched. I know we watched The Shining. I can't remember if that was in the 70s or 80s.
No, that was 80s.
You
That
know
was
what's
80s? Okay, I think it was just like an outlier that we just threw in the mix.
you know it's a crying shame.
Huh?
How it's really hard to watch all of the Romero Dead movies nowadays.
Aw.
Because for those of you who don't know, it's really easy to watch the back end of the Romero films.
Mhm.
Like from Day of the Dead onwards, incredibly easy. Night of the Living Dead, incredibly easy. It's in the public domain. However, Dawn of the Dead's rights are in a weird fucking
Limbo.
limbo.
The best one.
Especially for the home distribution market.
Oh no.
So, well, in the U.S. specifically, it's fine in Europe and everything and overseas. They have the rights figured out perfectly. So, if you want to watch a good Blu-ray of Dawn of the Dead, you either have to find an out-of-print one and pay an exorbitant amount of money, find it out-of-print DVD and pay an exorbitant money, or you have to pay a reasonable amount for a European import and hope that you have a device that can play a European film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Region locking. It's great.
Yeah, it's so good.
Atomic Blonde. Sorry.
Okay, so back to Atomic Blonde. I love the lighting in this movie. I love the use of like thank you. I love the use of like neon and UV lighting in scenes. Especially in any scene that involves like any type of club or like even Lorraine's hotel room where everything's all
Oh.
like purple with neon and that kind of thing. It
And
looks
blue.
really cool and
Yeah.
blue. The cinematography is so much better than I remembered. Because I honestly could not remember that much about the cinematography, which is horrible because this is me.
You and I have like cinematography nerd badges in this. Well, all. I mean, all
three of us do.
All three of
Yeah.
us, but
But was when we were watching this movie, I was thoroughly impressed by a lot of the shots. Literally the first scene has a tracking shot of a guy literally running down the street, and it's like and you can see like his ankles hitting the pavement, like his feet on the pavement while he's running, and Blue Monday is playing over it.
set the whole mood.
It really did.
I especially love the wide shots in this movie. They
Yes.
get a bunch of good crossfades and match cuts too.
I was also going to say the shots they have involving mirrors.
Oh,
Love it.
getting into spoiler territory later for that because like
Yeah.
some of the later mirror shots. Oh boy.
We gonna. What are you thinking, babe, of this movie on rewatch? I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, sorry. I was looking up. I was like, what has my boy Park Chan-wook been up to? Good news. He did a few episodes of The Sympathizer on HBO that were well received.
Okay.
Oh.
And apparently he released a film that went to Netflix a few months ago.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's actually like about two friends who end up become rivals during the Japanese invasion of Korea.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called like The Uprising. And I'm like, oh, I'll have to check that out. Cause
I think I saw a trailer for that somewhere.
yeah, and I'm like, I'll have to check that out. I love Park Chan-wook. For those of you who don't know, I am a bit of a foreign film movie nerd.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest one in the group, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of like, especially Japanese and Korean films.
Yeah, I have. A big. I will go on a whole thing about V horror if you ever let me, which I probably will sometime when it becomes relevant because I love V horror. But just so you know what that is, just so everyone's like, what the hell is V horror?
Vietnam.
No, V horror is what the Japanese called their direct-to-video horror market.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So
Video horror.
Video horror.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, no. I on rewatch of this one, I still like it. I knew a lot of the plot beats and I kind of remembered it, so it wasn't grabbing me as much because like
You knew what to expect.
yeah. So spy movies like on rewatch, I feel like become a little weaker because the twists and turns and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So like,
It's like when I watched Steins Gate for the third time, and I was like,
Yeah,
I know
I mean,
everything that's going on.
yeah, it's like watching. It's like no disrespect to the man. I mean, he was an asshole, but a great filmmaker. It's like rewatching Hitchcock movies.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, you know what the twist is.
you know what the twist is.
Although
You know what the monologue weird thing is at the end of Psycho is.
Yeah.
although if I can pose a bit of a counter to it,
Yeah.
there are some movies that you can go back and rewatch for the foreshadow.
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about foreshadowing stuff. Like, say what you will about Shyamalan nowadays, but with The Sixth Sense, what?
I'm tired of all the Shyamalan revisionism that's been coming out lately.
Oh
too.
yeah, he's not great.
Like, and everyone keeps going, oh, people don't get him. His last few films have been really good. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to watch them. Shut up.
I'm sorry, guys, but I will say this: Sixth Sense. Obviously, everyone knows the twist.
I gave him a chance. I really did. I gave him another chance. I watched one of his newer ones that people said was really
Yeah,
good.
then we went to visit and we were like, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just seemed to be about people with dementia are evil.
Don't even get me started on Split, but
Yeah.
I have a friggin' point to make here. I have a point. Anyway,
Hey, speaking of people that were in this movie. Hey, you brought up Split, James McAvoy's in
James
that.
McAvoy.
Oh, yeah, he
was
is.
in that, yeah.
Yeah.
you know what? I'll talk about The Sixth Sense another day. I'm clearly not getting to it thanks to this jackass.
No. I'm sorry. Yes, I will give you. Granted, I will give you that. There's some good foreshadowing.
Anyway, James McAvoy in Atomic Blonde. He's great.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh,
You want to punch him right in the balls, and to be clear, that's a
hate
good
to do
part.
this because I'm just having trouble thinking of something to say with this movie, but just because I think it's an interesting conversation piece.
What?
Early Shyamalan, people have mixed opinions on some of his early work, as outside of like Sixth Sense, which everyone loves. Everyone's like Sixth Sense, really good, really good. Nowadays, most people will also give him Unbreakable, which I will give him.
I was gonna say you better not touch Unbreakable.
No. What are your opinions on Signs?
I watched it
Over
once. I was like
rated.
in middle
Thank
school,
you.
and I didn't really care.
Okay, real quick.
The fact that the aliens are just like an allegory for like religious guilt.
Yeah. I don't even mind that so much.
Yeah.
It feels to me like they were like, what if we did War of the Worlds but dumber
And boring.
I'm sorry.
And boring.
I just thought of a joke that I could make that's probably gonna offend some people, and I probably shouldn't say it.
Uh-oh.
What?
If you want religious guilt, go ask your local Catholic.
Nah, the Catholics will give you that one. If Russell tunes into this episode, Russell will just go, yeah.
Praise Catholic, we know what religious guilt is.
Yeah, trust me, you get Russell and Erin talking about Catholic upbringing, they'll just look like two drunks talking about it. Talking about who have their chips.
Yeah.
Talking about the
talking about the old days.
God damn. Atomic Blonde. Anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm having trouble with this.
All right. So acting's great.
It's good.
We already talked about James McAvoy
It's
being
one of those ones where it's like it's really good, but I don't have a lot to talk about. You know.
I want to talk about Sophia Boutella. I hope I'm saying her name right.
Yeah, Boutella.
She's
She's
like
as Erin alluded to, there's some
spoiler stuff that is kind of problematic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how's problematic?
Well, okay. Should we just jump into spoiler territory at this point? Because we're at 43 minutes.
Sure. All right. Let's actually talk about this movie.
Let's actually talk about the movie. Okay,
I'm sorry.
So the problem that a lot of people have with this movie, and I understand it, is that they give Lorraine, the main character, a love interest. Her name is Delphine LaSalle. She's a French spy. And then she gets murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very bury your gaze, unfortunately.
Not to mention gratuitous, because she doesn't just die; she gets choked to
Yeah,
death.
it's a really brutal kill.
Yeah.
I was not happy. I was like, no.
What was the actress's name again?
Sophia Boutella.
Yes.
So,
She was
funny.
Kingsman.
Funny enough, I'm gonna do the nerd thing again.
Yeah. What?
Sorry.
God.
My head.
Damn it.
My head. Comic book fantasy casting for Sophia Boutella. Funny enough, another character named Sophia. Imagine her, Sophia Falcone.
Yes.
Get on that, DC.
Call
Please.
her agent,
Please.
whoever it is. But can I just come, as sad as that is, and it is sad, that whole death thing. But can I just say how fucking smooth she is in character?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
She is. Like, the scene where you first meet her, she's at, Lorraine is at, a cocktail lounge. And, some, like, older guy walks up to her and starts trying to, like, flirt with her. So, Delphine walks up and just like, oh, hey, how's it going? We're, like, we're old friends. It's just gonna be the two of us. Can you go? And he's just like, okay, sure, fine, whatever. And she's like, and then she looks over, and then Delphine looks over at Lorraine and goes, I think you needed some help and to get out of there. And she was just like, thank you.
And then, not to mention, I wanted to talk about the acting in particular in every scene that the two of them are together, because Lorraine is portrayed as this no-nonsense,
Very calculating.
calculating, eyes on the prize kind of person. Except when Delphine is in the scene, in which case her eyes visibly light up, and you can see the joy in her face just slowly coming in.
And they even address that, because she says it's like, you look different when you're not lying.
I can see the truth in your eyes, or something to that effect.
Something like that.
Yeah, those two were adorable.
I love them.
And I wish there were more of them.
Not only do I wish there were more of them, I wish they could have had an ending.
Yeah, I mean, granted,
but considering it's a spy thriller, I kind of get it, because...
You don't think James McAvoy killed them, do you?
Oh my god. Well, we are in spoiler territory, so we can't actually address that.
Yeah.
So, James McAvoy character Percival is the resident piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's the mole.
Double agent, triple agent, whatever.
For, like, MI6.
And then the KGB, apparently.
KGB and, Sasti, I think they said?
Yeah.
Whatever it was in
German
Germany.
secret police, yeah.
German secret police.
Stasi,
that's it.
Yeah.
Stasi,
yeah.
Stasi, I remember, because I heard it, my brain went Anastasia Beverly Hills.
So,
That's your through line?
It's a makeup line, yes.
Okay, anyway.
Guys, give him Revolver Ocelot a run for his money. I would like to, for those of you who are unaware, this is also spoilers for Metal Gear Solid. At one point in the Metal Gear Solid series, Ocelot is a quadruple agent.
He betrays pretty much every single organization he's with.
What cracks me up is how gay this man is, because there's one person he never betrays, and that's his boo Big Boss.
Yeah. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, we're not even kidding. Everything...
Jesus.
Metal Gear, the entire conclusion of the Metal Gear Solid storyline is because of Old Man Yowie.
Hey, it's a Minecraft movie.
They're not making this up.
I am not making this up. Literally everything Ocelot does throughout the series is to keep alive and for the love of the memory of Big Boss. He is that in love with this guy. He literally met this guy when he was like 20, and this man kicked his ass, and then he fell in love with him.
Yeah.
It's up there with the I love a woman who can kick my ass.
It literally is that. And then he, not only that, but the one piece of advice that guy gave him, he then took and made his entire fucking personality. And I'm like, oh my god, gay icon.
So,
because Aaron, you can testify for this. As a fellow gay, if someone of the same sex who you're attracted to gives you a compliment, you lean into that shit so hard.
You kind of make that your entire personality.
Exactly.
You're just like, where did my personality go?
Because Big Boss is just like, hey, you shoot pretty good, but the way you move your hips and recoil your wrist, you would be better suited to using a revolver. And then he just makes that his whole fucking personality. He like masters the revolver
guy.
He becomes the revolver guy. He starts wearing little cowboy outfits.
Not to mention, not only does he doesn't use just any revolver. He uses the hip
Colt
revolver.
single action army revolver, which by the way, he was in Russia at the time, which means he paid to import those.
Yeah, he probably had it smuggled in. Let's be
yes.
honest.
His real name is Shalashaska, for context.
I was also gonna say, you say like cute little cowboy outfits. For some reason, I imagine like the naked cowboy with a gun.
Aaron,
somebody get on that, artist.
Aaron,
please do not.
Aaron, he's in his full like Russian KGB outfit, but with cowboy boots with spurs on.
Oh my god!
Not making the. Oh wait, idea.
Mm-hmm.
It can be for Patreon, or it can be for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
We play through Metal Gear Solid with her. We play through it at least 1 and 3.
Okay.
We have to at least play through
bonus
1
video.
and 3.
Bonus video idea. One of us tells the truth. One of us tells the lie. Metal Gear
That's
Solid.
solid.
Aaron has to determine which one is real and which
There's
one's
gotta be a lot of liquor involved.
Oh my god. Atomic Blonde.
Stolen
Aaron,
rocks.
Aaron, you mentioned mirror shots in this movie.
I love these mirror shots. Marvel, take a hint.
The yeah, they had to shut down. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, that drove me absolutely fucking bonkers. Is how they basically
In Moon
shut.
Knight, they took 6 months to do a mirror shot. 6 months.
I learned how to do that in 15 minutes.
Something Alfred Hitchcock figured out in the 1930s.
Yeah, like
Sorry, Orson Welles.
Orson
Something
Welles.
Orson Welles figured out with fucking Citizen
Citizen
Kane.
6 months?
Yeah, 'cause they
Yeah.
were trying to edit it out.
Because nobody knew how to do a proper mirror shot, so they
So
had to
just
use
CGI
CGI to
to
edit
out
the
the
cameras.
cameraman.
What the hell are you doing, Marvel?
I was also gonna
Guys!
say, I figured that out in 15 minutes with my bathroom and the camera
Look,
that we're filming
I
on right
know. I know it's just a TV show, but come on, guys.
now. That's just a waste of money and
Hey.
resources.
You've got fucking Taika Waititi on some of your movies, and say what you will about his Thor movies. At least he knows how to frame shots.
Yeah.
Anyway, Atomic Blonde, please.
Brave New
for the
Bird.
Once this camera cuts, I can make no promises for your safety. Okay?
No, you have to get through me.
Brave New Bird.
God fucking damn. Okay, mirror shots. Mirror shots.
I will deck you with a diamond.
Mirror shots. So, there are a bunch of great. One thing that Lorraine tends to do in the middle of her action scenes is extensively use mirrors to broaden her view.
We should
And
if they ever recast Wacky Races, let's do it, Rich. You and I, Dastardly and Muttley.
Oh my god.
let me ask you: do you think I could do Dastardly?
Oh yeah, you can do Dastardly.
Tracks.
I'll be Muttley.
Just-
I got the laugh.
You- I've called you Muttley
is this
numerous
derailed?
times. So, mirrors.
Mirror shot.
Wacky Races.
There is several.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
Our neighbors hate us so much.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Mirrors.
Mirror shot. So
um,
there's a couple scenes where there's a mirror on one side, someone's walking through a door, and there's like a mirror on door, mirror, and there's someone here, and you can see everything going on like in the reflection of the mirror, and
There's something wrong with me.
I was saying, why
there
are you
actually
laughing?
is. So there's a great.
Aaron was talking and I just zoned out and I was thinking, yeah, something's wrong with me. You ever just have that moment when someone's talking and you just stare off into the void and like it consumes your brain a little bit?
Stared back into you. It laughed at you.
Yeah, laughed at me and was doing Gangnam Style.
Okay.
The point is done is silent.
Specifically the pony part, you know? Specifically the little pony part.
Shut up. Shut up. Okay.
I'm not doing the rest.
Hey,
of it.
sexy lady. Yeah, I mean, you got to do the little hip part. You got to get up anyway.
Yeah, you gotta get up to do like all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I bring up the mirrors because they're a good example of how this movie does set up and pay off.
Yes.
Like all the mirrors usually indicate a moment where Lorraine's getting the jump on her enemies.
Yes.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
However, once Spyglass. By the way, that's the name of the dude who has the list.
Yeah.
It's like,
Spyglass, best code name ever, by the way. Totally inconspicuous. But there's a moment where
I'm Steven Secrets Haver.
basically. So
you just spell it like it's German.
Well, then it would be Haben.
Haben.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, like Hava.
Yeah, and throwing a bunch
Like
of
two
vowels that
V's.
throwing a bunch of vowels that
Couple
just
V's.
don't belong there.
Umlauts?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hello, I am Steven Ziegler.
So,
Yeah.
but there's one moment where they're trying to sneak through using the protests.
That's like a Zucker's brother, fucking
Name.
like joke.
Yeah, it is. But she uses the side mirror of a car to see a sniper. And that, instead of marking a triumph moment, it marks a moment where things go way downhill.
Way
Yeah.
And I like how
And when it goes downhill, she literally yanks off a car mirror to see where they're shooting from.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you think we could cover Top Secret sometime?
I've never seen it.
Oh my god, so good.
Is that a Zucker movie?
Yeah, it's the Zuckers doing a spy flick
Cool.
parody. Has one of the best sight gags in any movie ever.
Really?
Yeah, you know in movies where they do that like optical trick where someone holds up like a magnifying glass and makes their eye a lot bigger.
Yeah.
They have a guy with that, and he does, and like when he's introducing the scene, he's doing that, and he pulls it away, and he just has a really big eye.
I've seen that done before.
That's a Mel Brooks joke there.
Yeah.
There really is.
Hi, Wibble.
Or
Hey, what's up? What's up, Wibs?
you know, the escalation of a fight scene gag where like the fight's going on and on and on, and they do like every fight scene trope you could think of, and they
Yeah.
go over the bridge and into the water, down in the water, and they fight underwater. And the underwater has a bar, so they then do all the bar fight tropes, but underwater. So
How does that work? Like, how do you throw someone across a bar underwater?
they do it. They do the bottle smash, and of course since it's underwater, it's all like slow too. So it's like
Oh my god.
Don't mind me. I was just getting some Wibble cam footage just now.
Yeah, because we haven't seen Wibble on the podcast before.
Yeah. We got a shot of him walking around earlier.
making his way downtown, walking fast.
Faces past and he's homebound. Well, he's in our living room. So. I would say, please do not scratch at the stairs.
Yeah, don't try to climb up the banister again, you little weirdo.
He is very
I
weird.
said that, and he just like scurried up the
Wow,
stairs.
he was offended.
He was like, "All right, fine, I won't do it."
Oh,
God,
fuck you.
All right.
I feel like this episode is going nowhere.
This is,
I apologize. My brain is in another dimension today.
but yeah, we got to talk about that one shotter at least, the 10-minute.
we did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh
measure
yeah,
it.
no, we did. We did talk about that. 'Cause we
Yeah,
talked
the
about
stairwell fight.
the
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We did talk about that. We're tired. It's like midnight.
Yeah, there's been some good like. It's getting there.
Oh, no, it's not even
No, we're
Yeah.
good.
There's. Yeah, I mean, like we said, that Old Boy Wonder inspired so many things. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's part of why it's part of why Netflix Daredevil is good, because once a season they homage that
That old boy fight.
where there's always a sequence where there's a Wonder fight. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's usually a group fight involving
Some mooks.
Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Daredevil and some.
Mooks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're some of the best fight scenes in the MCU.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
My favorite one is in season 2 with the stairwell.
Oh yeah.
Especially the bit where the one guy's getting away and he grabs the fire extinguisher and he times it and hits the guy on the head with the
Yeah.
drop, and it's like, oh.
It's up there with the fights from Civil War and Shang-Chi for me.
I would honestly argue it's better, but
I would say
I
it's
just
better.
I'm a street level Marvel guy. My favorite Marvel stuff is the street level stuff.
What, like Punisher, Daredevil,
Punisher, Daredevil,
Jessica Jones?
yeah, Iron
Luke Cage.
Fist, Luke Cage. I love
Yeah.
this, like Spidey. I love the street level characters.
Moon Knight? Would he be
It depends on the content.
somewhere in between,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess?
yeah. But like all the street level stuff, I'm a big fan of. I mean, I respect the Cosmic Marvel stuff. I get why people love the Cosmic Marvel stuff. Not my cup of tea.
I'm gonna give kind of a hot take.
Mhm.
I think DC has better cosmic stuff.
I agree.
The New Gods, the Green Lanterns.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
all the cores. not just the Green Lanterns. You know.
Oh, any alien that cross paths with the Titans, you know.
Yeah,
The Tamaranians.
Like, I'm thinking in all the Marvel cosmic stuff I've never been that interested in. Kree Skull, the Brood, the Shi'ar Empire, like.
Okay,
like,
there's one Marvel cosmic thing I like.
Is that Morlock?
Galactus.
Oh yeah, Galactus.
Galactus, and I love the character of the Silver Surfer.
Yes.
Okay, one more comic nerd tangent. One more, I promise.
That's okay.
So.
It's okay, we're already at an hour.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, we'll get back to Atomic Blonde
People
eventually.
love our
Do we
tangents,
have
I
a
think.
lot left to cover in Atomic Blonde? We talked about the performances, the cinematography, the lighting. We talked about
Good.
the music before we started.
Oh yeah, the score. It's fantastic. There's not a lot of incidental music in this
But the
movie.
incidental music is really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's
And all like synths
mostly
and drum machines.
yeah. It fits the vibes. It fits the aesthetics.
It's
of the
mostly
period.
action ambience.
Yes. Most of the score is just a bunch of great '80s tracks.
All of which,
Yeah.
except for maybe Under Pressure, are used well.
Yeah. The
Under Pressure
usage
just didn't make sense.
the usage of Under Pressure just like it's like. They wanted a big money song in this movie because the rest of this score so far has been music nerd like
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought of something I could finally talk about in regards to this
Hey,
movie.
let's go.
So, there is a song that I wanted to hear so badly in this movie. I half got my wish. I thought to myself, this is an 80s movie set in Berlin. Where the fuck is Der Kommissar by Falco?
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, goes to the bar, and the English language after the fire cover of Der Kommissar's blasting. I'm like, who called it?
Yeah.
Who fucking called it? This
So,
guy.
Shit, should we do we have anything else to talk about with this?
Favorite song used in the movie? Go.
Uh,
I know that's tough. That's a stumper for you. Cause
I really like the one used. I don't know why, but I really like the one used that one George Michael song, that one fight sequence.
Oh yeah.
Figure.
Yeah, I don't know why Father Figure works so well for that fight sequence, but it
There's
works really
something-
well for that fight
There's
sequence.
something James Gunnish about this.
Yeah, it's timed really well.
And the juxtaposition.
Oh yeah. It's
'Cause-
like one of those ironic things where it's like, haha, but it works
Yeah.
really well there.
I'm kind of stuck between well, the car chase to Iran.
Oh,
Flock of Seagulls.
yeah.
That was
one's
my
really good.
runner-up,
That's
funny
a good
enough.
one.
And the opening scene of Blue Monday.
Yeah, that's fair.
I had a nice little moment after that when you were like, not the best Flock of Seagulls song. I'm like, okay, 3, 2, 1, Space Age Love Song.
Yeah.
That was gold. Oh my god.
Also, props to Spider-Man: Homecoming for using that song.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the weirdest song usages out there, where I was like, I would not have expected that in this film.
Yeah.
Somebody made a really fun video, by the way.
Mhm.
You know the Mysterio fight scene in No Way Home?
Yeah.
No, not Far From Home.
Far From Home. Yeah.
Someone synced that
Mhm.
to Hush by Deep Purple,
Oh, that's fun.
and it works weirdly well.
I just had a weird realization.
What?
I really miss the fact that the Marvel movies used to characterize people by music.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the obvious one with
Tony Stark being classic rock guy.
Be the
Peter
AC/DC
Quill.
guy.
Peter
Yeah.
Quill with 70s and 80s stuff.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the third Guardians movie yet, you will love the soundtrack.
I really do have to see it.
Yeah.
I've heard it's really emotional. The one thing I've seen outside of that I do love is I've seen the bit with the car.
Open the fucking door.
Yeah.
That bit was great.
I mean, Chris Pratt's been overused to hell in the last few years.
But his delivery on that, you can't argue with
'Cause,
it. Bless you.
if you give
sorry.
Chris Pratt a very sitcom style joke, he'll murder it. He will murder it.
Parks and Rec.
He has admittedly good comic timing.
I mean, he was at his best on Parks and Rec. This guy literally accidentally broke a set one time.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the funniest thing because like there's one scene where they're like going to another thing, and his character Andy is like, and I got his briefcase, and they're like, Andy, we don't need that, don't take that, and he's just like, oh, okay, so he just throws it, and then
it just smashes something
he just
off screen.
throws it over his back, and it's a funny scene. This is just have him just be like, oh, okay, and toss it. But one time when Chris Pratt did that take, he just destroyed the light switch for the set, and the lights went out on the set they were on.
Oh my god!
Completely? He literally hit the switch, and the switch got torn out of the wall, which tripped the lighting. And he was just like, and someone just goes, Chris, that was really bad. And then he's just like, that's something the lighting department has to fix.
Yeah.
He's just like, hey guys, we get to go home early.
That's a move out of your book. Let's be real.
That is. It's like I broke it, so we get to go home early.
Like
Erin,
he literally, and he would kill people in that show because he would literally just like improvise lines and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most famous ones that they struggled to get through is he was like looking at a computer. He's like, hey Leslie, I think I know what the issue is. It says here that your system has network connectivity issues. But like his delivery and the fact that it's such a dumb guy joke, and it was so perfect because it wasn't in the script either. Like he
ad-libbed it.
Yeah, he ad-libbed that, so they were all they couldn't get through it.
So, Erin,
Yes.
I would like to congratulate you because now you officially know how I feel, how I felt during the Road to Perdition episode.
Hey, if you want to see tangents or digressions or whatever, just watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show episode.
Yeah,
That was a
You
fucking
wanna-
mess.
That was a mess. That was about as much of a mess as the movie production
you know,
was.
tying it back to the Marvel too, Richie.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec was still going when
Guardian started.
Guardian started.
Yeah.
So they had to write Chris Pratt out for a bit.
Yeah.
And when he showed back up, he went from being the chubby schlubby guy
To be in.
to being well built because he was in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And the way they played that off is so funny, and it's also like wow, Andy is dumb.
Well,
And
what was
she's
it?
like, whoa, Andy, what happened? Like, you went away for a few months and you're suddenly really ripped, dude. And he's like, oh yeah, you know what? They didn't have beer in England.
That's so dumb. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And it makes sense because they don't call it beer in England.
it's ale, right?
Or lager.
Lager.
Well, depending where you are.
Yeah.
It depends. It's a regional thing, I think.
Yeah.
It's a regional thing because it depends on the alcohol content. Cause
I also think the joke might partially be that because they don't have his like American brands there, Andy
He
would
wouldn't
think
know.
they wouldn't have
he
beer.
wouldn't think, like, if they don't have Coors Light, he wouldn't have no idea.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, one more thing. I
Yeah.
have one comic nerd thing. I mentioned the Silver Surfer
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Bubba, what are you doing? Why are you chewing on my notebook? Why is my notebook on the floor?
Wow.
Where are you going?
Well,
I don't know.
the cats are at it today.
Yeah.
So I mentioned the Silver Surfer earlier.
Mhm.
DC had their own equivalent of a wandering philosopher character. Yeah, kind of like Silver
Yeah.
Surfer.
Yeah.
Are you aware of Brother Power the Geek?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Erin,
Oh boy.
so get this.
I thought you were going to mention the Phantom Stranger.
Good one, but
I love the Phantom Stranger.
they were going to have Brother Power travel through space and, be the Silver Surfer, except instead of the Silver Surfer,
Uh-huh.
I swear to you this character is real, Erin.
Oh no.
He's a living mannequin.
Oh god, I don't like that.
And
I really don't like that.
get this, he was raised by hippies.
I can tell.
So
He's got ramen noodle hair.
he's
Chad Kroger, what are you doing here? Look at this graph. There was a time where Chad Kroeger was so present in our culture. Let me tell you, kids.
Oh.
There was a time when Chad Kroeger was so present in our culture.
People mimicked his hairstyle.
We made the Spider-Man movie, and somehow they were just like, obviously, original song written by Chad Kroeger for the Spider-Man movie.
You know what the thing is?
Yeah. Also,
And you know what the weirdest part about that song is?
What?
It's not credited to Nickelback.
It's just Chad Kroeger.
Chad Kroeger featuring whoever it was on that song with him, I forget who. But it's better than like the entirety of the Nickelback discography. Like, I don't know if it's just because I have nostalgia for the Spider-Man movie, but honestly, Hero was better than like anything he did with Nickelback.
I thought that one song.
I think of Enrique Iglesias because I danced with my high school boyfriend at home.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
What's up?
I might be going to bat for the devil here.
Okay.
But Nickelback, by and large, not good.
Yeah.
But
inoffensive for the most part. But just,
I'm one of those people who's like impartial to them.
Yeah.
There is one song that I like from them, like genuinely.
Okay, which one?
It's that hard rocker Million Miles an Hour from that weird pop album thing that they did in like 20.
Yeah.
That one was surprisingly decent.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
shit, should I say what we're doing next?
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so
Also,
we're out
I
of.
just want to say, if you meet a guy with a Chad Kroeger haircut, stay away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
guy's.
just life advice.
You don't want to know
Unless
that.
he has golden retriever energy.
Maybe.
No, because he could be a sociopath underneath that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, out of spoilers for Atomic Blonde.
Do you think if Mr. Peanut Butter was a real person at one point, he would have had the Chad Kroeger haircut?
Jesus Christ.
No, he would have had that, like, Sean Hunter haircut from Boy Meets World that all boys had in his...
yeah.
Oh, are you talking the fucking...
With the center part?
With the middle
Yeah.
part? You know, I was thinking, do you think if Mr. Peanut Butter was like a human during like the mid-2000s, he would have had the Chad Kroeger hair?
Maybe?
I could see that. I could see
So,
that.
Atomic Blonde, apologies.
Good.
It was good.
It's very good.
It's very good in a very broad, non-specific way, I guess.
It's one of those action movies that's really good, but I struggle to talk about because, like, I don't know, like, because spy thrillers, it's like if you talk too much about it, you give too much away. So I feel bad talking about it. That's why I feel bad talking about it. But you should watch it though.
But if you like 80, if you're nostalgic for like 80s political thrillers specifically, you know, like
pop music.
If you like your war games, I guess, go ahead and watch it.
I will say this is one of those films. Like, I'm busting out my actual action film critiques and analysis of this film at the end, but you know, what else do you expect from me? There are two scopes when it comes to action films I like. There's the hard, fast, and brutal that this directing team popularized with the John Wicks.
Yeah,
I like those. The more realistic, fast and brutal style. Yeah, I love that. Or I love intricate choreography that is just cool.
This movie kind of threads that needle.
I disagree.
Really?
Yes, it's very much in the John Wick case.
It's in the John Wick case.
Well, yeah, but then you have elaborate choreography like with the
No, Richie, this when I mean elaborate choreography, I mean unrealistic.
Oh, you're talking like martial arts shit.
Exactly.
Never mind. Ignore me.
If
Sorry.
you're either the Wick style or the Woo style.
Yeah.
Wick or Woo. Those are the two I prefer. My main preferences for action movies.
Hard on the Wick end of things here.
Yes. Because like you either got to be unrealistic, really choreographed, where it's almost like dance numbers with like the intricacy of like it, like a Woo, you know.
Yeah.
Case in point, Hard Boiled. Please
go watch our Hard Boiled episode. It's our most popular episode.
But like a lot of views.
John Woo, man.
One of my favorites
do more John Woo on here.
We do.
I'm not just saying that because of view counts, but all right.
Thank you, Philippines.
I gotta thank you for picking this one, Erin, because you unintentionally gave me a super easy segue into the next episode.
Really?
Really?
Yes. So, a big portion of this film dealt with the fall of the Berlin Wall, which we all know occurred in 1989.
Yeah.
Right? It was 1989.
89.
89. They said it was 89.
Oh, hell yeah. Cool. I got it right. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
It's okay. We both had long days.
The
Yeah.
wall fell in 89, which, you know, is coincidentally also when our next movie was released.
There's gonna be like a fucking corkboard,
Yeah.
like Always Sunny.
We went from a film set in 1989 to
A film
and
made
that
in
was released in 1989. I'm choosing this one because, you know, this is me. We don't do theme months as much on here anymore, but I like to tie in my episodes to like times of years when I feel it's appropriate.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever? I know I did. I went to both of mine. Did you guys ever go to prom?
I almost went to 3.
Oh, you almost went to 3.
I
I
went
went to
did
2.
know- I went to 2.
3.
If I
You went to
had,
3,
if
okay.
I had stayed with the guy I was dating, I would have gone to 3. It means I would have gone to junior prom my sophomore year.
Went to one of my best friends,
Mhm.
and then my junior and senior one.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you, by the way, I will forever be angry at my senior prom because it was set on a boat, and at no point did the DJ play "On a Boat" by Lonely Island.
Golden opportunity
Missed.
lost.
And this was like 2013, man. This was 2013, man.
2013, yeah.
2013, yeah.
They were on top of the
Lonely
world.
Island was still heavy in the public conscious, man.
Yeah.
Like, how were you not doing? Which, by the way, we should do Pop Star if you guys haven't seen that one. That's a really funny one.
I've never seen it.
And it's got our boy Tim Meadows in it.
Hey!
I'm not sure if I've seen that or not. I can't remember.
And yeah, there's a couple Sandbergs I'm throwing in here.
Segue.
Yeah, Hot Rod, for example. We're going to do that at some point.
So
But
what movie came out in 89?
89. So a lot of good stuff came out in 89. It was a very stacked year. Famously, UHF flopped at the box office because Orion thought it was a great idea to release it up against, you know, The Last Crusade and Batman.
A crime
Yeah.
because UHF is a classic.
That's a really fun movie.
We're not going to cover it on this unless
We've all
unless
seen
you
it.
pay us. Unless you pay us, you can Ko-Fi. Go to the Ko-Fi.
$50 a pop.
I will. We will happily cover that. I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
But if we don't get to cover it, go watch it. It's Weird Al just doing his shtick for like an
Yeah.
hour and a half and doing dumb jokes. It's amazing.
It's gold.
Go.
I love it.
Go. Don't worry. There's one Weird Al parody song in it. He parodies Money for Nothing and changes it to be about the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah. In his trademark fashion.
Yeah, he
Anyway.
replaces the "I Want My MTV" with Beverly Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah. 89. What was the big zeitgeist of the 80s when it came to high school films?
John Hughes.
John Hughes.
Yep.
Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink,
Pink.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
St. Elmo's Fire.
16 Candles.
Yeah.
Brat Pack.
A lot of people.
St. Elmo's Fire
Yeah.
was Joel Schumacher, but now I'll slap myself for you.
Didn't Hughes write it though?
No.
Oh. Well, it was adjacent to that.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a lot of the same actors.
Yes, a lot of the Brat Pack.
Yeah.
Not everyone liked those movies. In fact, some of the freaks and geeks that were featured in those films kind of hated those films because they were like, well, that's not what my high school experience is like or was like. People are assholes. Have you met teenagers? They're horrible.
Yeah.
And so we're covering, because prom season's coming up, a film that's...
Prom season's already here.
Yeah, prom season's here. Next few months are prom season.
Yep.
Prom
So-
season is, well, junior proms are usually between January and March. And
April to June is
and
basically
April to
prom.
June is senior prom.
Yeah, April to June is prom season. We're in prom season. We are covering... I'm kind of nervous, I'm going to be honest with you guys, because we're covering probably one of the biggest cult classics we've ever covered on this channel. Like, when I thought of Killer Score, this is one of the first movies I could think of.
Yep.
I am, of course, talking about the Winona Ryder, Christian Slater feature, Heathers. And boys, and more appropriate, with prom season, and the Heather stage show finally returning back to New York after a very successful run in the West End. So, yeah, join us next time when we talk about one of the best, I'm just going to say it, one of the best dark comedies ever made.
Emphasis on the dark.
And good news, if you like Beetlejuice, there's a few Beetlejuice alumni in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Winona
Ryder, and also that guy who played Otho, who I always forget the name of.
Glenn Shaddix?
Yeah, Glenn Shaddix, yeah. He
the big guy, right?
Yeah. Otho. Yeah, he played Otho, and yeah, he's great in
interior
this.
designer.
Yes, he one of the things we'll discuss about this is this will also be the second time we've covered a film where it's believed there was a curse on it.
Oh boy.
Next time on Killer Score.
Heathers.
All right.
I'm excited to talk about Heathers.
What the shit was this episode?
This episode was like an hour and 20 minutes, and I feel like a good...
Holy shit!
I apologize.
It was at least an hour and 10, I know that much.
No, an hour and 20.